Academy bells chime throughout the entirety of the village. Naruto, along with the rest of his classmates, are ushered along as they rush out of the school building and immediately into their parents' arms. One by one, while Naruto waits, he eventually sees who he's been waiting for. As he rushes towards him, arms open and immediately greeted with a hug. Old Man Hans, thanks for picking me up from the academy again. No problem, kid. Honestly, you're like a grandson to me, to be realistic. You already know this. Hey, you want to go out to eat? Really? Thanks. You're the best. Let's go. The 13-year-old Naruto, along with this old man Hans, who has been raising him since the age of 5, begin to go out to eat. Hey, can I have some barbecue? You don't want ramen? Hell no. I mean, yeah, it's good and all, but I can't have a healthy diet like that now, can I? Seems I raised you well, boy. So they continue on, or at least go and get some dinner. And then eventually, in the middle of the conversation, or middle of the dinner, a conversation breaks out. Hey, old man Hans. You've been teaching me swordsmanship for the past few years, right? Yeah, of course. That's kind of my specialty. Yeah, well, yeah, but you mentioned something about your ancestors having a specialty with it or something like that, and then maybe I could do it. Old man Hans goes silent. Well, you see, I don't know if now is the greatest of times to talk about such things. Oh, come on, old man. You know I'm really responsible. I've done everything you've asked me for the past, 7 years. Please. I really want to see it. I don't even need to do it yet. Just show me, please. Old man Hans is sitting there. He's unsure of what to do in this situation. But looking at the young boy's excitement, he caves. Fine. Come to my house, midnight tonight. I got a surprise for you. Bet! Let's do this! Naruto immediately. Naruto later arrives at Mr. Han's house, or Mr. Naruto later arrives at Mr. Han's house. Finally. I don't know why he wanted me to come here so late, but let's go! I get to see what's going on! Been waiting for this for so long. As he knocks on the door, he is abruptly greeted by Mr. Hans opening it. Come on in. As he comes in, he realizes how spacious it is. Mr. Hans, did you change around your furniture? This isn't my first time being over here. I've come over here quite often, but it seems bigger. Yeah, I removed some of my furniture, to be honest, because, from what I'm about to show you, it's not best to have a crowded room. Whoa, really? That's awesome. So what is it? The room is filled with silence up until Mr. Han says, Fine. Prepare yourself, Naruto. I'm going to show you what a true shinobi's power lies. I'm going to show you what true power looks like. Naruto looks back. As he sits downward, he's so excited, he's shaking. Finally. As Mr. Hans grasps what seems to be thin air. And then suddenly Naruto realizes, it's not thin air, no. It's a sword. It seems to just be hidden behind his clothes. As he pulls up what seems to be just a normal cape and reveals a just average sword. It has a sheath and stuff like that, and Mr. Hans immediately pulls it out. As he pulls it out, a shining light begins to emerge from this. And Naruto's in awe. What? What is that? Holy hell! Is that flames? Mr. Hans looks back at Naruto. Yeah. You see, this is actually my ZANPAKUTO. Rariro. Rariro? What kind of name is that? I don't fucking know. It's the name. Kid, what do you want me to say? Why don't you have something cooler, like Akuma? What, demon? Yeah, like, that's a badass name, is it not? Like, sheesh. Kid, you're definitely something on you. I wish, yeah, you could say it's not the coolest of names, but it means something to me. Well, yeah, yeah, but like, what about me now? What about me? Well, what do you mean about you? I was only here to show you mine. Mm, and the fact that you're even able to see it is pretty impressive. Wait, what do you mean? Alright, I guess I should explain it to you. Yeah, please do. The old man Hans sits down Naruto and then provides to sit down in his own chair. Let me tell you a story, young one. Let's see, about 5 to 6 generations ago, I guess you could say, 60 years, I had an ancestor. You know, he was what you would call, actually, not even what you would call, his true name would be a Soul Reaper. And he came from a different dimension, a different world altogether. How do I know about this? Well, my father passed down this story to me, and since I did not have any children, well, any children whatsoever, like, this is perfect. So, ultimately, I decided to pass down this spiritual pressure to you. Wait, what do you mean? You see, the more you hang around someone with spiritual pressure, the more inclined you are to gain spiritual pressure. It's something completely different from chakra altogether. Something much more powerful in a different way. It could, when used irresponsibly, it could be the downfall of the entire world. Used responsibly, it can be a world secret that no one wants. Now, I'll be honest, I don't know if I'm the only one here with this ability, but I do know that I am the last of my clan with this, or my family with this. Although, now that you were able to see my Zanpakuto, I would say I'm not anymore. You have spent so much time with me, young one, that you have developed the ability of spiritual pressure. I don't know how much, not at all, but you were able to see my Zanpakuto. Sure, it took you a minute to realize, but you noticed. Wait, you're kidding, right? This is a joke. Spiritual pressure. It's always Chaco. What are you talking about? Silly. No, I'm not kidding, Naruto. And even I'm willing to start training you on trying to unlock your Zanpakuto. Wait, really, old man? Of course. Naruto eagerly jumps up. Well then bet! Let's start our training tomorrow! Sure. For the next month, Naruto and Old Man Hanzo begin working on their Zanpakuto training. He's been imagining over and over, trying to call upon his Zanpakuto spirit. Hey you! Come on out, I know you want to come. Hey man, like, come out, Zanpakuto, come on. I know you're in here. He told me that he could talk to it, so I know I could talk to you. Don't think you could run away, sir. If you come out, I'll give you some ramen. Come on, man. It's super cool out here. I'm a cool guy. Naruto, it's not like he's gonna respond to you if you talk like that. Why don't you talk in your head? You're not supposed to be talking out loud. Oh, wait. Really? Yeah. Yeah, you're not. Okay. Naruto continues on with this for another month and eventually gets a response, but it's not one that he expected. It's more of a just heartbeat beating in his head. He mentioned this to Mr. Hans, and Mr. Hans doesn't really know what to reply to this as. I guess it's good in general that you got something back, but at this rate, it might take you another year to fucking awaken. What's next? You're gonna hear footsteps? The next day, or shall I say, the next time that they meet up for the final period of training, or at least the reveal date. Naruto is excited as fuck. I'm gonna do it! You said I was close, right? Old Man Hans looks at him in the face. Yeah, you are. You should be awakening your Zanpakuto today. Let's go out into the open in the forest just to make sure that, nothing happens to my house. I don't want it to burn up now, just in case, because awakenings can be pretty powerful. Okay, bet. They go out to the forest, middle of nowhere, where no one will see them as they begin to do work. Naruto's meditating immediately stops as he opens his eyes, staring back at what seems to be a surprised and frightened Mr. Hans. Hey, what's going on? Why do you look like that? As he immediately feels a chilling aura run down his spine. Wait, what's going on? What's this aura? As he slowly turns it down and backwards and realizes there's a sword behind him. Not only a sword, but some sort of demon, some sort of being. He doesn't know what it is. It's wearing a mask. A fox mask that's not red, not purple, not black. It's a color that hasn't been seen altogether, but it's the most frightening thing he's ever seen. He can't even describe it. He wants to yell, but he can't. He can't scream when he sees this. It just takes off the mask, revealing a void. Suddenly, Mr. Hans drops to his knees. He yells out in pain. Mr. Hans, what's going on? As Naruto tries to get up, but he can't. He's chained down. The beast, the sword itself, has chained him down with his own power. Souls, these own things are coming towards it. These white orbs being absorbed into the void, capturing it, strengthening the chains upon Naruto. And then eventually, as Naruto realizes that he's doing this is the power that he awakened. He's the monster killing everyone as he's hearing the village just cry out in anguish. Mom! Dad! What are you doing dropping down? One little boy says, as his parents drop dead, lifeless eyes. Their souls already gone into the void. Naruto, unsure what to do, just tries to bite his tongue, trying to stop, getting himself to move. But it won't happen, and eventually, the chains break, but for a different reason altogether. Mr. Hans has been waving hand signs as he looks over at Naruto, providing him a farewell. Naruto, my boy, not gonna make it out of this one alive. Many people have died here today. I did not expect such power from you, such a cursed ability. Don't blame yourself. No, don't. It's my fault for teaching you. But as my responsibility or my atonement for teaching you, I will seal away your abilities. I will become the sheath for that sword. Don't dare take it out. If you do, who knows, something worse may happen next time. As suddenly, his body begins to dissolve, full of blood oozing downward, until suddenly it starts to take mold of a sheath. The skin and eyeballs taking place, and then eventually just incinerating themselves, making it a blood-red sheath that shields over the sword itself. The young Naruto yells out for Mr. Hans, telling him to stop, but it was to no avail. As basically, he watches as his only loved one, or the only man who he considered a parent to him, died in front of his eyes. He cried for the next 2 days. He couldn't get up. He couldn't bear go look at what happened. He could hear the mourning. He could hear people wailing from the village, and he knows he's the reason for it. Damn it. Damn it. Why? Why do I have to be the one that does this? Why do I have to awaken this ability? Why couldn't I have something simple? Some ice ability? Something else, damn it. Eventually, he gets over it and manages to walk to the village. The days of the music, the morning, and the smell of the decomposing bodies being piled up over and over and then eventually burned. Since there was such an abundance, it had to be burnt out in the town square. Naruto knows this. He's been waiting to give his final condolences to everyone. As he gets there, he sees everyone crying. Some people emotionless, look of hatred in their eyes. They don't know what took the life of all these people. They know it surely wasn't no accident. And if they find out, they'll kill him. He knows this. He feels the tension. He can't handle it anymore. I've decided. I'm killing myself tonight. I can't handle this anymore. They died. I deserve to die too. I can't live like this. Naruto realizes there's only around maybe 20 people to 30 people alive. Most of them kids. How so little? There were hundreds of thousands of people here before. What? Whatever. They'll be better without me anyways. He goes back to his old house, or his own room. It's been cleaned up, or as clean as the old man told him to put it. He knows this is the last time he'll ever be able to walk around like this. After all, he's dead tonight. He puts down the picture of the old man and him together. I don't want you seeing this, Mr. Hans. As he grabs a knife, not daring to grab the sword and withdraw that one more time. No. As he plunges it into his chest, he feels his heart just rupture. He pukes up blood, drops to his knees, and begins to wail out in pain. He passes out from blood loss and then eventually wakes back up. Wait, I'm not dead. Damn it, damn it, damn it. He's yelling out to himself. Why can't I die?